Well, as you guys saw there, we are all finished up with the intercooler. I came into work early this morning so that way I could hop on welding it out with my Everlast 315. This machine's awesome because it's got a nice water cooler set up. I can crank up the amperage, preheat the material, and dive right in without having to worry about burning up my torch or my freaking hand, because the old AHP gets a little warm because she's an air-cooled torch, and at 150 amps when I'm welding for almost 2 hours, it gets a little hot and it's really not the best thing. So anyways, guys, she is probably about 85% of the way done. I've got to do my inlet and my outlet piping on this guy. I can do those at the house because that won't require too much amperage, and I wanted to make sure that I have my final fit before I go burning that in. So I'll have the car here, and you're gonna wonder why, hey, dude, just bring the car down to the shop. Well, we are getting ready to move. As you guys can see, this shop is a mess. There's pallets everywhere. There's all kinds of just junk everywhere. And we are prepping up to move to Tennessee, hopefully in the next couple weeks, but that'll be for another upload. I will update you guys on that stuff. I just wanted to bring you up to speed with the intercooler and show you guys that it is just about done. She's cooling down. She's a little bit warm. I've just been buzzing away at her this morning. It's been a freaking blast. Let me turn around the camera and show you some of my welds. All right, so here we go, guys. It was a little tough getting in those corners there up along the fins. I was a little worried about, you know, welding against the fins, and I have some inconsistent areas where it just doesn't look pretty, but there's only so much that I can do. I'm still, you know, learning as far as the custom intercooler fabrication goes, and there's a few spots where I could have wire brushed a little bit better and I could have prepped it a little bit better, but I'm trying not to burn myself here. But you guys can get an idea of everything. It's all burned in there, all along the tops. And obviously the whole backside's all burned in. Yeah, I'll show you guys over here. Because like I said, I'm not trying to get burned. But yep, we've got a full intercooler. So, lay it down real quick. Ooh. Yep, that is that, guys. So, we're gonna snap back to the house and see if we can't get this thing fitted up in there, see how the inlet and outlet piping is, make my marks, and once those are all marked out, I can pull them out and weld them onto the intercooler, and we'll be done with this. I figured that'd be a nice little surprise for you guys. Old Bluey's alive. She runs and drives. She's been my daily driver for almost a week now. Look at that. Good old dummy gauges right there. And she runs and drives, boys. She runs and drives. Alan hooked me up with some headlights. Oh yeah, old Bluey's alive. All right, let's head home. I figured you guys would get a kick out of this. 268,000 miles on the chassis, on the transmission. The engine is from a YJ, and the axles are from that green parts Jeep that I purchased almost 9, maybe 10 months ago. Probably a little bit longer than that. I put a solid axle from that Jeep up front, so I still need to get an alignment on it. I did a little eyeball alignment with 2 tape measures and some caster plates. Still need to adjust my drag link, but I did want to show you guys me driving her home. other cluster that I let Talon borrow in his XJ. I'm going to be swapping that out so that way I have a full cluster, but look at her go. I'll make another video on this thing, give you guys the full run through, and then we'll talk about some future plans. I will see you guys when I get home, and hopefully we can try to finish the intercooler tonight. If we don't finish it tonight, we'll finish it tomorrow night, and then it'll be our Christmas holiday, and hopefully next week I can fill you guys in more with our Tennessee stuff and the whole shebang with that. So see you guys at the house. So in typical TDH fashion, it has been almost 3 freaking weeks later, and I'm finally updating this video. I have slacked off on a few things because I'm a slacker. You guys already know this. This is nothing new. There's absolutely nothing new on this channel. But behind me, I'll just go ahead and pull the car cover off because a few things will throw you guys off. We've got a hood, a Sylvia hood. Ah! Hold on. I know it's not related to the intercooler that this video is all about, but I did want to show you guys that we do have a hood on the car now. I picked this up from my friend Matt, the same guy that I grabbed my other CA long block from. He sold this to me for a pretty fair price, and it had a little hood exit here at one point in time that he actually had repaired before I purchased it, and then I'm probably going to end up cutting a hole in it because of my wastegate exit tube, so that'll probably be in this area roughly. It's nothing fancy, nothing special. I'm not going crazy about it, but it is a hood, and I'm pretty happy with it. If I can come across a OEM steel one or metal one, then that's what I'm going to jump on and grab and swap that out. But for the time being, this will work. Other than that, you guys can see I've got my intercooler mounted. You can see that I've got my couplers plumbed up, my clamps on there. I'll go ahead and put this up real quick. Let me grab my little holder. I had to get the fancy hood prop in there before I showed you guys some more about the intercooler, but long story short, we ended up finding somebody that would take over our lease on our shop. So a lot of things happened in between the last clip that you guys saw with me regarding like what was going on and talking about it when I was driving my Jeep home until now. So basically what happened is we were getting ready to move out of our shop, and we actually found somebody who would be willing to take over the shop and jump into the lease as we were moving out. So we had to deal with a little bit of nonsense with that, but as soon as that paperwork was signed, we hit the ground running, and I did my Christmas holiday break, and then we were right back to the shop, and we were moving out, and we were going up to Tennessee. So we've actually moved completely out of that shop that you guys saw in the beginning of the video. That is no longer existent, it's no longer our shop, and most of my stuff is up in Tennessee right now, like my CNC table, my other black Matco box with a lot of my other welding gear and supplies and stuff. But I did take a few things home, a couple of my roller carts, and a couple things so that way I can still do a little bit of automotive fabrication and honestly any sort of welding work while I have this small downtime. I don't 100% know what is going to be going on as far as me going up there and working and then coming back down here, because I'm going to be ending my lease here, and obviously I'm going to be moving up there with the company. We found a couple properties and other things, but that's a whole different nonsense video that I don't want to talk about until we actually have something set in stone. But I know the video is about the intercooler. That is said and done. The car will run and drive. Everything is all good with that. I'm really happy with the way that it came out. I'm going to make the final change with that section there, doing the 3-inch piping. But other than that, guys, we are about done with the intercooler. Very straightforward, and I wish I could have filmed a little bit more, but I'm a slacker. I kind of let you guys down on that. I dove right into this, knocked this thing out, and then got it all fitted up, and then I was like, oh wait, I was filming a video for it. So I apologize about that, guys, but we are one step closer with the intercooler, with the hood. I'm going to start buttoning up the interior a little bit more, get my gauges finalized. But other than that, guys, we are starting to pack up. You can see I've got some bins everywhere. I've actually ran through a ton of my stuff that's on my racking here. I went through all of these bins. They've all been ran through. I've thrown out a ton of stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff that's over here on the far side that I still need to run through, and then obviously all of my tooling and equipment and all of that good jazz that I still need to organize. But I didn't want to leave this video hanging. I wanted to make sure I got this up for you guys. So I do appreciate you guys watching. I've got a couple other things that have happened With the Cummins, I went ahead and removed the big old 5-inch stack that I had on the back there. Removed that, got myself a nice turbo back straight pipe exhaust that runs out the rear. It's nice and quiet. I've got to do some ball joints in there. I picked up some Apex chassis ball joints that I'll be throwing in the Dodge, and then a Synergy track bar conversion for the 3rd gen track bar. So there's some things to come for the Dodge. I've also want to do a little video on the blue Jeep, show you guys the blue Jeep. So like I said, there's a bunch more coming. Just got to be patient with me, and hopefully I can figure out some sort of way to actually upload videos and stop being such a half-ass slacker. But things probably won't change. You guys know me. Anyways, Happy New Year's, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next upload. Later.